listener. Welcome to the Biscuits and Blurays Podcast, where we watch the Blu-rays and take the biscuit.
The biscuits is tearing me apart.
I'm your host, James. Oh, hi, Jade. That's how I'm starting it.
Oh my god.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Hi to you as
Oh,
well.
hi, Luna. This is famously one of the worst films ever made.
Mm-hmm.
The Room.
Yes.
So, I don't know why we said we'd do it on the podcast.
We didn't say this. You said this. You picked this line up, James.
I just felt like it was time. I felt like it was time to revisit it.
Why?
I don't know. Like, there's people out there who watch this a lot. This has a fan base.
Of course, I can completely tell why.
It's sort of gone. There are films where it's so bad it's good. Mm-hmm. And this is definitely one of them.
I don't think it's so bad it's good. I think it's so bad, but people have such an amazing time watching it with their friends, just to have a good fucking laugh.
But there are screenings of it now where you go to see it, and you know, like you would see a Rocky Horror Picture Show, mm-hmm. where it's interactive. The audience is encouraged to yell stuff and really laugh at what they're doing. Yeah. They do the same with The Room.
Oh, I bet that's amazing.
And what a vibe. What a legacy.
There's only so much of that you can do, though, other than fucking doing the sex scenes. They go on for hours.
Okay, we'll talk about the sex scenes later, because we've got facts about that.
Because you don't want to be interactive with that. Or do we?
Or do you? There was talks recently, well, I say recently, I don't know when this was, of making The Room a Broadway musical.
Oh, yes.
And I would pay through the nose for a ticket to see that.
Oh, yeah. I would go and see that.
Yeah, okay. But with Tommy Wiseau in it.
He's just such an enigma. And even the cast, like, reading about it, they just had no idea what he was about.
He is of a European descent. Mm-hmm. But it's not conclusive as to where he is from.
No, he just keeps himself very to himself in that way.
Yeah. He is, I think he's a genius. Have you seen the film The Disaster Artist?
I haven't, no.
Okay. I don't know much about his actual life and stuff. It's you can read more about it in like Greg Sestero's book.
I don't think a lot of people do. That was a lot of the stuff that I think that was... I remember reading the reviews from the Disaster Artist.
Yeah.
I think it tried to build a bit of a backstory in for him, but ultimately people still don't know a great deal about him.
I think he's wonderful. First thing I want to address, and this comes from deep in my soul, mm-hmm. that when someone has a dream and their dream is fulfilled, that needs to be admired. Yeah,
I mean, you got to love the grind. I mean, this guy had a moment.
He had a vision, he had a drive, and he had way too much money.
Yeah, he got this movie made.
And for that, well done. I think that's commendable.
And he had a big budget, really, as well, for a movie like this.
How much was it again?
$9 million. $9 million. Yeah. This was back in 2003.
Which is bank for 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think even Late Night with the Devil had that much.
Didn't even get a cinematic release.
It did. Okay, so for a film to be considered for an Academy Award, you have to have it released in cinemas for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Tommy Wiseau thought this film was good. Deep in his soul, he thought this film was great.
He still thinks it's good.
He probably still does. But he thought he was going to get... Okay, I need to get it nominated for an Oscar. Mm-hmm. And to do that, I will pay a cinema to keep it on for 2 weeks. Which happened. He got laughed out the park.
Yeah.
But it happened. This could have got nominated for an Oscar.
It should have done.
It should have done?
Yeah. Best actor. Come on.
Best actor. The dog on the counter.
Yes. Hi, doggy.
Hi, doggy. Let's talk about the film, The Room, because it's not much of a film.
No. It's really odd, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, firstly, let's go through what you need to make a film. First of all, you need a script. Mm-hmm. How is the script for this?
It is so poor. Yeah, ultimately, to have a script, you need to have a story.
Ah, yes, a story. What would a story entail? A beginning, middle, and end?
A middle, and an end.
Okay, great.
I mean, fair enough, if you have the talent, put in a couple of little side stories if you need to, building some extra characters, by all means.
Yeah.
Ultimately, there should be something in there that we can appreciate. It has a message or something like that.
Yeah, sure. A character from the start of the film will be a very different character to the end of the film.
Yes.
And a character arc would happen. How does this one pan out?
What the fuck?
It feels very... You know when you go...
It feels very...
you know when you go to a different country on holiday and you turn on the TV and there's a soap opera on, but you don't know what it is, but it's just there. It feels like that, but somehow worse. Because you can understand what they're saying and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think if they're speaking in another language, you might come across a bit more passable because you can kind of make up in your head what you think they're talking about. Mm-hmm. When you can hear the really, really poor script being spoken by some of these actors that actually deserve a lot better.
Yes. You
think, oh, really? Because I said to you, the way that these lines are delivered are very much how he speaks.
I think... There's a writing technique that some people do where if they will just speak out loud or maybe record dialogue with themselves or something. Yeah, like a session where they've recorded themselves talking to themselves, but it's a back and forth. Mm-hmm. And then they'll tweak it, make it a different character. A character would say this, but it follows that story. Tommy Wiseau has done that, I feel, but instead of changing anything, he's just kept it the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's even like monologues and stuff. I think he tries to do a bit of a monologue on the roof to Denny, but none of it makes any sense. And he's completely away from the question he was asked. What the fuck did you make me watch?
I think as well, they say the same thing all the time. For instance, like, oh, I'm going to leave now. No, Lisa, I love Lisa. And then he'll say it again and again and again. The script, like, do another edit. You've said it once. The audience knows that you are in love with Lisa. Mm-hmm. Get that gone. You don't need to say it. I'm so loyal to Lisa. You know?
Why did you stroke your head when you said that?
Because I think he did. I'm fed up with this wall. Okay, so we've got a script. It's not been edited. I've just typed it out. Listen. I've just typed it out. Mm-hmm. Okay? Then I need a crew or people who know what they're doing.
We need money first.
Okay. Where have I stolen my money from?
Money laundering.
Crime. Much like Tommy Wiseau himself, the funding of the film is a puzzle.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah. What you sort of got something, but not much?
Yes, so the lady who played Lisa, she took part in a Reddit question and answering session with different fans, and they asked her a lot of questions. And someone asked how he obtained the funds for this film. And she said, genuinely, nobody really seems to know. She believed that there was some sort of fur coat trade, sort of scam going on. Ultimately, a lot of people believed it was in relation to some sort of money laundering crime. Okay. But again, this is all alleging.
Allegedly. We don't know how. It opens with a studio logo, though. So it's the Wiseau studio.
You say studio, his own.
Hey, he had a dream, and he's got that dream.
He has.
He's funded it himself completely, I would say. I don't think anyone would ever put money towards this.
Again, you don't know what people were told, do you?
Yeah. He submitted it to, I forget which studio, I think it might have been Paramount or Universal. He pitched it to them. And usually, with Paramount or a big studio like that, to hear back a response as to whether they will fund it or not, it's a 2-week window.
Yeah. They
replied in 24 hours for this one, and they said no.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? A for effort, though. I appreciate the grind.
Yeah.
So we've got funding, we've got a script.
Now let's get some actors hired.
Well, we need a director first. Who do you think would be the best person to direct a script written by Tommy Wiseau?
This is a difficult one. Someone who knows what they're doing.
Someone who knows these characters, has created this vision.
Yes, but someone who isn't going to come up against you if they don't like your characters and they don't like your vision that
Yeah.
you're so passionate about. I know. Do it your fucking self.
Again, I appreciate the grind. Do you think he's got this attachment to it where he didn't want to give it to anyone else?
You can kind of see because, unfortunately for me tonight, I've had to watch the behind the scenes of this.
Okay, first of all, a quick thing about the behind the scenes. They were edited better than the film.
They were actually,
Right?
And in almost every part of that, he is there. He's watching footage back.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting involved in hair and makeup. He had 5 assistants.
Yeah. One of them was the second lead actor.
Who had so many jobs in this film as well.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of the people in this did other jobs. Everyone was kind of mucking in together.
I don't think it's that. I think it's maybe he's got a base crew that he's got, and then when a job for a key runner or a boom mic has come up, there's been no one to do it because they forgot about that little job.
Yeah.
So they've had to go, oh, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And therefore their name is in the credit as coffee runner /
Boom mic.
boom mic guy or costume fixer.
Key grip.
Key grip. Best boy. Yeah, the little jobs that no one
Yeah.
really... Yeah, okay. I'm not saying to any best boys out there that your job is irrelevant, but, like, what are you doing? And why are you the best at boy?
Okay.
We have a director. He's going to do it himself. We need a cast.
Yeah.
Who would you think? Who do you think would create... you've created this character and you are so held onto it that you feel like...
You know this person.
Yeah, I have to direct it as well. I'm going to really get this character. This character is going to live forever in the great hall of characters.
And you want it to ideally get an Oscar nod. Do it your fucking self.
Okay.
Oh.
He is acting, writing and directing.
And producing.
And producing. He's... I would argue he's a visionary.
He certainly has a vision.
I don't think that vision's very good,
No.
but he's done it.
He has.
That is the dream.
And you will always be in awe of that.
Yeah, absolutely, you know? I think that's what Hollywood is.
It's a dream.
Anyone can make a movie. They say it, like Hollywood directors say it in like their masterclasses on like, the internet. They go, "Oh, if you've got a camera in your pocket, you can make a film. You've got everything you need." The problem is Tommy Wiseau has money but zero finesse.
No. And he's not really an actor. He's
Yeah.
not a writer. He shouldn't be doing any of these things.
But his love for it comes through, I think.
Yeah, but it's so cringy. Could he have got someone else to play Greg's character?
I think he could. Well, he knew Greg from before. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I'm going to make a movie. Do you want to be in my movie? I don't know why he sounds like Borat.
No.
Do you want to be in my movie? And he's gone, okay, cool. Like, will I get paid? Yes. That's a job. If you're an actor struggling for work, it must be tough saying no to things. Mm-hmm. Even if you know it's not going to be any good. Even if you know it's not going to be seen by anyone. But all it takes is one person to see it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that it must be tricky to say, okay, I'll do it. Fine. You're my mate.
But not everybody in this is terrible.
I agree. Care to point out?
I thought you were before you started.
No, you go for it.
Before your brain just stopped.
No, go for it.
So I think the best character in this, acting-wise, is Claudette.
Mm-hmm.
She comes across as a theatre actress, personally.
Yes.
I think she's trying to do something with this material, but it's so fucking poor. And she has one of the most randomest lines ever written into a movie. Which is halfway through a conversation, she goes, "Oh, I've had these tests back. I think it's breast cancer." Then nothing, just continues on.
It never gets. You never hear about it again. We don't know if she survived. You don't see her at the end.
Yeah, Lisa doesn't even like batter an eyelid. She's like, "Yeah, but I no longer love Johnny anymore." Do you know if my mum had just said, "I've had tests back and I think it's breast cancer," I would shut the fuck up with any of my problems. Mm-hmm. I would want to check she was okay. I'd want to know all the details, but no.
I feel like that is a script thing. Where Tommy Wiseau's gone, "Oh, I haven't got anything for Claudette to do. The stakes aren't high enough for her. Oh, I know. This breast cancer thing, people will relate to that and be interested in it." But then he's forgotten about that instantly.
He's done it with a few of the characters, because we get another one with his neighbour, Denny.
Denny is an enigma.
It's completely random, and he has a weird side plot about drugs that we only see in one scene. And nothing about his character leads up to the fact you'd think he'd do drugs. Nothing after.
I love the fact I told you, where he says, Tommy Wiseau intended Denny to have an illness or something to prove that he wasn't all there and he couldn't fully adult.
Yeah.
But he forgot to tell the lead actor this. So... But Denny rocks up and he doesn't understand boundaries.
Yeah, he's such a strange character because he turns up in the opening scene when Johnny's just come back from work.
Yeah.
He's brought a sexy dress for his girlfriend, Lisa, to wear.
His future wife.
And he just turns up and he's like, I want to stay with you guys. I want to watch you. I like watching you.
Well,
they're clearly about to go and have sex.
Well, the problem is Denny is in love with Lisa.
It's so weird. Who watches a couple go upstairs? And then, well, number one, we wouldn't just let a random child into our house.
Yeah. Also, Tommy Wiseau's character, Johnny, is paying the rent of Denny. Mm-hmm. Denny to Johnny is a son-like figure.
Yeah.
So that's a thing.
It's odd. I mean, they try and build on that a little bit. They try and do the weird ball catching.
Yeah.
Try and build that up a little bit.
I think that's Field of Dreams.
Maybe.
I feel like, Tommy Wiseau has watched Field of Dreams and going, I've got to put that in my movie. It feels like just a mishmash of a lot of stuff. It's very Tennessee Williams.
Okay.
Streetcar Named Desire, thank you very much. And it's a little bit Shakespearean, I would argue.
Absolute pure poetry.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Do you remember Romeo and Juliet, where...
What, he said, you're tearing me apart, Juliet.
You're tearing me apart, Juliet! Exactly like that.
Oh, well, let's talk about Lisa.
Lisa is played by the actress Juliette Danielle, who... She is the person that the plot revolves around. Mm-hmm. Without Lisa, this film is nothing. No,
she's the reason why it goes through the parrot story it has. It's really odd. It makes no sense why a character would act the way she does either.
Let's talk about chemistry. Chemistry is an important thing to have in a movie, even if you are pretending to be friends, mm-hmm. even if you're pretending to be enemies, mm-hmm. or particularly if you're pretending to be lovers. You can't fake chemistry. You have to have it. And audiences know if there's no chemistry on screen.
Yeah.
Do you think the two, Johnny and Lisa, the main two characters who are getting married in a month, mm-hmm. they have any chemistry?
Absolutely not. She looks like she can't fucking stand him.
But I think that's a problem with the actor. I think that's I hate Tommy Wiseau so much.
I don't think necessarily because I've read a lot of these Reddit posts because I'm sad. She never comes across like she hated him. She always just thought he was very strange. Mm-hmm. But like a lot of the love scenes, he's clearly just like all over her.
Yeah.
It's a bit smarmy. It's a bit creepy. Obviously, we then later learned that he loved doing it so much. He wrote in more screen time for it. She was horrified that he used it all in the film.
Yeah.
I bet he was really impossible to work with. And wasn't it the first scene he made her shoot with him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the productivity of his overwhelming masculinity. Yeah,
because I mean, some of the scenes as well, you can tell it's been directed by him.
Oh, Mark. Sorry, Mark. Yeah.
Mark. Yeah, you can tell it's been directed by Tommy because he zooms in on her nipples quite a bit.
Yeah, and not so much on his nipples, which is a problem for you.
It's just it's not the nicest.
We see Tommy Wiseau's arse in this.
We do. We almost see his penis as well.
We see a bit of pubic region.
Yeah, apparently, because again, she wrote about this. His covering that was covering his peen.
Yeah.
During the sex scenes.
Don't say peen.
His penis.
Sure.
When he was filming those scenes, fell off as he got out of the bed.
Oh, in that take.
Yeah, in that take, and it just got used.
Excellent.
Apparently, the cast and crew were like, "Oh!"
And Tommy Wiseau's like, that's my penis.
I mean, it was a genuine mistake. It shouldn't have come off, but it did. So.
And that's the take he used.
But the sex scenes are. You can tell they've not been choreographed or anything like that.
Nor have they been edited.
No, because the characters look like they're completely covered in sheets. It's simulated that they're having sex, but they're nowhere near each other. It's odd. They could have filmed it without going that far down. It
gives off softcore porn vibes.
Yeah.
However, I've seen softcore porn where there's chemistry.
So have I, weirdly.
and you know what, guys? That's a little bit something about us that you need to know.
No, I've seen the weird erotica 90s movies that used to come on TV late at night and be like, oh, what am I watching?
Can you name them, please?
Sliver. I actually quite like.
The Sharon Stone movie?
Yeah.
With William Baldwin.
William Baldwin. Bearing in mind them two actors hated each other, they have better chemistry.
Okay.
Their chemistry ain't great, but it's better than this.
Excellent. First of all, I want to say, like, you're playing with roses too much in the bed.
Yeah, they're getting them around and they're smelling them and I don't know, like crumpling them up. It's very weird.
Anything for my princess. This is just after they've just kicked Denny out. Denny's still barely going downstairs. I think he's still in the house.
I think he's still there having a good listen and a cheeky cry wank downstairs. Yeah.
Don't say cry wank.
That's what he's doing.
The plot.
What plot?
The main plot is can be summed up in a short sentence. Here I go. There is a relationship, and one person doesn't want to be in that relationship. A love triangle is formed, and a friendship is ruined forever.
As is a life.
As is a life. It's tearing his life apart.
It is. So Johnny finds out that Lisa doesn't love him anymore. She's playing away with his best friend. So spoiler alert, he commits suicide.
Oh, well, we'll skip to the end. We're going to talk through the rest of it. As suicide scenes go, you can see a turmoil that this person would have and why they are pushed to the brink of their existence.
He tries to make it really dramatic, and all he's doing is just knocking IKEA furniture off the fucking wall.
Have you seen the film Walk Hard?
No.
Okay.
But I know of it.
Okay, excellent. There's a scene where it was taken off Walk the Line, and then Walk the Line there's a scene where Johnny Cash breaks a sink. And in Walk Hard, John C. Reilly comes in and he just breaks all the sinks in the toilet. Mm-hmm. Right? Okay. That's the vibe it gives off here. He's just clearing out, making as much mess as he can, and occasionally going, ah!
Yeah. Oh, it's bordering on the cringe.
There's a bit where the red dress, which is symbolic, a red dress, what does it imply?
They try and make out that Lisa's this femme fatale kind of character, but it's not written very well.
No, yeah.
Nor is the acting very, very good.
Uh-huh.
But at the end, he starts having these random flashbacks of wearing the dress, and it looks like at one point that he's fucking the dress. It's really weird.
I thought. I'm glad you picked up on it because we didn't say anything throughout that entire bit
because we were so fucking shocked at what we were seeing.
We've seen this before as well.
Again, it's like a fresh offence to the eyes.
I mean, have you ever seen a man hump a dress before?
Yes, because I've seen this before.
What? Oh, okay.
But never again do I want to have to keep watching it again. I've got a feeling now I'll have to watch this a few more times.
This might make it to our 3 of the year.
I don't know, actually. There'll be worse films out there.
There's not going to be worse films out there.
Whatever, the fucking Godzilla and King Kong film's going to be fucking wank.
It's not going to be as bad as this.
I think it will be.
At least King Kong's not going to hump a dress for a bit.
Yeah, but they don't have sex, so that I can't give it more than half a star for that.
Oh, hi Godzilla. that's going to go down. I want to talk about the use of extras. I think if you get put into a film and you are an extra, you're not necessarily paid. Mm-hmm. Therefore, if the money's low, you'd be like, okay, I'll have a line in the film. Sure. Mm-hmm. Johnny goes to buy Lisa some flowers. And this is my favourite 10 seconds in cinema history, I think, where he walks in and is like, hi, I would like some 10 dozen roses. And then the shop assistant, who is not an actress, she owns that shop.
Yeah.
Goes, oh, hi, Johnny, didn't know it was you. He's like, but he's been... What do you mean? He was walking in.
I didn't recognise you there. What the fuck?
Yeah.
There's no one else who has ever looked like him, ever.
Ever?
He's so weird. You'd know if he was coming into your fucking shop.
And then she says something like, you're my favourite customer. It's like, why would you say that? Why would you say that mid-sentence that doesn't fit the words that he's saying?
Yeah.
Keep the change. Hi, doggy. He's not interested in her.
No.
But she's going, oh, you're my favourite customer of all time. Character development. You're a nice guy.
Yeah, it was just odd.
And then there's a dog there.
It's like a little pug, isn't it?
It's a really old pug. Apparently it was kept on set because Tommy Wiseau was fascinated by it.
I can see why.
Hey, that pug is the best actor in the movie.
No.
And you still like the mum, don't you?
I do like the mum. To be fair, there's other people that I think are trying. So I think Denny's trying something, but he's not being given a lot. As we already know.
I think Greg Sestero is quite good.
his character is written like a simpy character, and I think he brings that easily. But again, I think the script is what lets it down.
There are certain shots that linger a bit too long. You know, the bit where they're sort of going, chip, 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 chicken, chip.
Oh, that's so cringe. But do you know what? My insides, they go inside out.
But in that scene, I don't think you're alone, because Greg Sestero, you can see he's very uncomfortable in that scene. Because he looks at the camera like, are we done? Like, I came to work for this today? I'm wearing a tuxedo and I'm doing a chicken noise.
Again, for a scene that makes no sense, why are they wearing tuxedos? Are they getting them ready for the wedding? Why have they all appeared out of different rooms wearing them? Why did they decide to go and play catch in them? It's very odd.
This film was filmed on a set, mostly. I think there's one scene where it's filmed outside where it's not green screen. The rest of the time, it's on the rooftop and it is green screen.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
Yes.
Okay.
It's so obvious, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, God. Nothing moves. You can see traffic. Nothing moves.
No, nothing moves. There's no birds in the sky. No aeroplanes.
Yeah, the same weather consistently.
Yeah.
I don't know San Francisco. I've never been. Nor do I wish to go. Nothing against you, San Fran.
But you just don't like aeroplanes.
Just don't want to go there. Fuck you. But it can't be that sunny consistently all the time. There's zero rain in this movie.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
It's Philadelphia in San Francisco.
No, but that's where it is always sunny.
Oh. Okay.
It's a random reference for you.
Yeah. But the streets of Philadelphia, as per the Springsteen song.
Yes.
Does he sing about the rain?
I don't know.
Okay, excellent. We'll get to that. When we cover Philadelphia.
It's all right, because my head was going the streets, the rain's down in Africa. So
yeah, I know.
my head was singing a different song.
Philadelphia is way. I mean, you keep going. You take a left and you keep going.
You know, I've just got Toto's Africa in my head for no reason, but you know what? It lives there rent free all the time.
You know what lives there rent free all the time for me?
Men at Work, Safety Dance.
I was going to make a nice segue into the movie we were talking about.
Oh,
okay, sure, yeah. The soundtrack for this is it's like a hip hop.
It's a cheap fucking hip hop jazz thing. It's crap.
Let me tell you what I think it is. I think that is an
shit.
Yes, but I think that is an upcoming artist who has been selling their CD at the back of their car, and just so happened Tommy Wiseau's gone, I'm making a movie. That's not a good Tommy Wiseau.
Do you know what? Good for you for getting your songs out there.
Because it is always the same artist. We watched the credits because we were going to turn it into a drinking game.
Yeah, how many times... It's the world's most boring drinking games. It's how many times do you take a shot every time you see fucking Tommy Wiseau's name there?
Yeah, turns out it's not as many as you'd think.
Sadly.
Yeah.
So it's only about 94.
But if you are... Yeah, if you are people like us who don't drink, a good time will be had.
Yes.
But that music appears way too much.
Yeah, and it's just random cutscenes to different like San Francisco that pictures, isn't it? It's really odd. It comes at really random times.
I think that is a product of the films that Tommy Wiseau would watch.
To me, it felt almost like a TV show, because like Friends does that a lot.
Yeah.
You know where it'll cut to different pictures, or different like images from New York. I felt like it was trying to do the same sort of thing, but it felt too TV showy and very random.
But like all the time, a scene would happen for maybe 30 seconds and it would do it again.
Yeah, it was always like, we're changing scene now.
Yeah. Speaking of time, how long a time frame is this window?
I don't know. I don't even think he knows. Because even one of his characters doesn't know how fucking long time's been, because for one minute they've been together 5 years.
Yeah.
And then a couple of scenes later, they've been together 7 years.
So, yeah.
I don't even think the characters fucking know.
I just think... Oh, I don't know.
The pacing on this is so crap.
It is a struggle. I think the interesting bits happen quite early on.
I agree.
And then it delves into... Well, you get so much going on in the first bit. Lisa's not in love with Johnny anymore, but Johnny's crazy about her. Do anything for my princess. Then Denny's there. He's not having a good time because he's on drugs. That never gets addressed again. Lisa's mum, as luck would have it, has cancer. No, that's not a good time, but that never gets addressed. And then there's two characters who have homework.
Right? Yeah, they just literally they walk into Tommy and Lisa's apartment.
Yeah.
With a box of chocolates and just start having like Coitus.
I wouldn't say coitus. I would say good time, happy face.
Yeah,
because
yes.
those are the expressions of a man getting a good time who has never had a good time.
And who's also never acted before, because no one's mouth does that.
Anyway.
Sorry, he has the world's most ugliest mouth I've ever seen.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean?
Do you know when you look at mouths?
I don't often... Okay. If I meet someone, I'm looking at their eyes and I'm talking...
Every time he came on screen, all I could do was look at his fucking mouth, and it made me so sad.
He's not in this that much.
Every time I saw him, it was just an offence to the eyes.
And the mouth.
And the mouth.
Lisa is a character who has a lot going on. She's a bit Lady Macbeth.
She is. She's not written very well.
No.
Nor is she acted very well.
No.
But she's not really, again, given much to do, but she's not given any sort of redeeming arc at all.
She's not particularly likeable.
No. So we see the opening scene where Johnny buys her the dress, and she's like, oh, I love this.
And then they have sex.
And then she tells the mum, I don't love him anymore, I hate him.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you getting married to him next month?
Yeah, you are never given the impression that she hates him.
Then the next night, when he's not had his promotion, straight away she's like, let's get drunk. I don't drink. Oh, if you love me, you drink. And then she's like, let's have sex again.
And then she accuses... Well, she's like... She tells everyone, oh, Johnny was drinking again last night and he hit me. Oh, like you are fabricating stuff because he didn't.
No.
As we find out from a later scene.
Which we'll talk about in a minute.
Okay.
It's fabulous.
Okay. But why is she what's her end goal? Is she just trying to...
I think she's an attention seeker, ultimately. Yeah, no, she's such an attention seeker.
Yeah.
I mean, when she invites Nick's character round,
mm-hmm.
it's initially, when she initially calls him, it makes it out like they've had some sort of relationship before.
Yeah.
But then when he actually enters the room, she tries to seduce him, and it's like, what do you think you're doing? Like,
he seems surprised by it.
Yeah, it's really odd, and even then her seduction techniques are really poor. Come in, why don't you take a seat? Doesn't
she stroke his hand at one point?
Yeah, no one talks to people that they know like that they're friends with.
You would just make the move, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we wouldn't say to someone, come in, take a seat. It was all very weird.
Yeah.
And then after that, she keeps going backwards and forwards, keeps telling her mum she hates him, telling Nick she hates him.
Yeah.
Staying with Johnny, she's not making a decision. She gets caught.
She gets caught, yeah.
She then decides to do a fucking birthday party for Johnny.
But if she didn't like him...
And then moans about it.
Yeah. He's not got this promotion. He's not feeling great, is it? Oh, what is his job?
He's a banker.
Banking. Okay, great.
But at the party, though, she gets with Nick in front of the guests that are there.
They almost kiss in front of everyone. And Tommy Wiseau is there.
But she is literally the worst. Because they decide that their party's over, they get into a fight, etc. And then they get into a fight later on. Mm-hmm. He won't come out of the bathroom, and he overhears her talking to Nick.
He's bugged the phones, so he plays it back.
She decides she's going to go spend the night with Nick.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden, after he's done his big dramatic
knock everything over
in suicide, she comes back and she's like, Nick, we can be together now.
And he's like, no.
Straight away, she's thinking of herself.
Yeah.
So she's not a very redeeming character at all.
No, she's not.
But nor is she written like a good femme fatale either. It's almost as if every character's like, oh my god, we're all in love with Lisa. You think, how?
Everyone's in love with Lisa.
It's really weird because she doesn't seem to have any sort of skill or talent that would bring these people in.
Or job, by the way.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to work.
Yeah.
She mentions having a client, but I don't know who that client is.
Is she a party planner?
I ain't got a fucking clue.
Because that party she throws looks banging.
Oh, the one on the
roof.
The
one on the roof, yeah.
When they go out on the roof.
And then they go back inside.
For cake.
Because
you can't eat cake on a roof.
You can't eat cake on a roof.
Absolutely not.
The pigeons. Think of the pigeons.
The roof is for throwing bottles of water.
Ah, okay. So this scene is infamous.
Yes.
In the bad acting circles. It took a lot. It was a lot of takes. He kept messing the lines up. It's not true. I did not hit her. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. If you've seen the film The Disaster Artist, they just keep doing that over and over again. That could be fabricated. We don't know whether it took like a 3 or 4 takes. But in The Disaster Artist, that takes like 20 takes for him to get.
It's because it's not a very natural thing to say.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. But he's forgotten about it already. And then he moves on, and like Mark's telling a story about this girl he started dating and she was in hospital, and he just goes, ah ha ha. What a story, Mark.
Well, the story that Mark tells is really graphic.
It's
not
horrible.
very nice. He says that somebody that he knows was playing away.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got beaten up by loads of different men and ended up in hospital.
Yeah.
And he's just like, ha ha ha, great story. That's not a great story, Tommy.
I think that little laugh he does, that ah ha ha, is a nervous thing. Mm-hmm. It must be, because he does it all the time. I think he does it mid-coitus, which is because they're getting down and dirty, and I think at some points he went ah ha ha, and I was like, what? But there's not really much else to say about The Room.
No, it's a complete enigma. I think people should just watch it for themselves. Go in knowing that it's a load of crap, but go in ready to be entertained. At the beginning, at least.
Yeah, it's a real slog to get through. Mm-hmm. How long is it?
Too fucking long.
It is too long.
Again, I think it's partly because it's just no story. Because they've got 10 minutes worth of sex scenes that just go on. And they use recycled footage in this as well.
It's only an hour and 40. Oh, 10 minutes of it is sex scenes. You said you read through the things, and was anything cut?
No. So yeah, reading my my Reddit reviews.
You're going to read more of that after this.
Oh, it was fascinating. Someone asked the lady who played Lisa about the sex scenes, and she said she was absolutely horrified to find that none of the footage had been cut. Mm-hmm. And that in fact some of it had been recycled because he enjoyed it so much into a second sex scene that they had. And you can tell watching it. You can tell that the lighting's completely different. You pointed out,
you were like, this is familiar. I was like, no, well, it's a completely different sex scene. What are you talking about? And it turns out, yes, it is just the same footage.
I absolutely called it, yeah. So she, obviously, not all actors are going to be what's the way to describe this? Not every actor's going to enjoy nudity quite as much. I think she was a little bit horrified that it maybe wasn't as tasteful as she thought it was going to be.
I don't think it was distasteful. I think that I think it was done tastefully. I think it served a purpose in the story.
You do?
I do. I do feel like it is a bit of the director going, okay, I'm having a sex scene. Look how good I look, not you.
Do you think it's purposeful to have 10 minutes worth of sex scenes?
No, that is a problem with editing. But that is a problem that Tommy Wiseau himself would have to deal with.
So if you've got her boobs must be out.
Her boobs must be out.
For at least 5 minutes of that.
Yeah.
I think she probably feels that's a bit too much.
I agree. I feel like any other good director / editor, because it's not all the director's fault. Well, I think it is in this case.
Yeah, it is.
But they would go, okay, we've made the point. They're having sex. That's fine. Cut it. But they don't have that here. They have Tommy Wiseau. I don't think it's a case of Tommy Wiseau going, look how good this woman looks. It's purely a case of, look how good my butt looks. Because why would he put it there?
Unless it's a sex scene between her and Greg, in which he's then all up in her business.
Yeah. But they're all they're all clothed in that one. I think she's only ever topless once when they're doing it. And it feels like they're not connecting as much as Tommy and this actress is.
I don't think any of them are, to be honest. It seems more like she's got a bit more of a natural chemistry with
Greg Sestero, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's only because I would argue that he is the more attractive male.
Yeah, so she probably enjoyed kissing him a little bit more.
I would argue. Anyone want to argue back at that? Do you fancy Tommy Wiseau? Okay.
No one said anything. Do you know why?
Go on.
Because no one fancies Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau fancies Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau does, yeah.
Tommy Wiseau doesn't know where the penis goes.
No, he doesn't.
Okay. I can't really show you, but let's say I've got two action figures in my hand. I've got them side by side. There's a Ken doll and the Barbie in my hand. How high would I position the male's pelvic region to reproduce with this Barbie doll?
Oh, he's nowhere fucking near her, is he? He's way over the top. It's almost to the whole side of her. It's not, yeah.
That's belly button region he's humping.
Yeah, I feel really sorry for her.
Poor woman.
Just humping your stomach.
Yeah. Why does he know where the penis goes?
No, again, I don't think they probably had the budget.
I would argue that, although we didn't check the credits for a sex scene coordinator, I would argue it would still be Tommy Wiseau in this case.
It probably would.
Yeah.
But again, I still feel like that 10 minutes of it is way too much.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
I think he felt the need to play an entire fucking R&B song. over every single one of these scenes. I think that's what makes it so cheesy.
I said to you, I think it's a case that he liked the song and therefore had to edit it, and not cut the song down.
Yeah, I think he just added in more and more and more, recycled as much as he could. It was like a music video.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, look at this. I'm cool. And It's not cool. It's really cringe. Me and you were getting... After the first scene, me and you got bored. We were like, oh, this is done now.
Well, yeah, there's better porn on the internet. I'm just saying. There is. Other than that, there's a decent bit of slow-mo with the suicide. Tommy Wiseau's suicide.
Well, yeah.
He puts the gun in his mouth and he pulls the trigger, and he falls back one frame at a time.
Yeah.
It's funny to me. You said the blood didn't look very realistic.
No, it's just water and literally like red food dye. Just soaked on a pillow.
Yeah, it's a budget thing.
But again, that you can't ask for a lot.
You could see him breathing.
You could see him breathing. So
yeah.
One would argue that he is still alive.
What? The Room 2? Room 2 Furious?
No.
Or High Room? That's what the second one would be called.
High Room?
Yeah. Is this better than Space Jam?
No.
That's not your honest answer, is it?
It's not better than Space Jam.
However.
It gets a 5-star from me, purely because he had this dream and he made it happen. And I'm here for that, just like you are.
Yeah.
It's so bad, but I enjoy watching it to have a bit of a laugh. But would I just go and slap this on? No.
Okay.
You've got to be in a mood for this, I think.
I would argue you're never in the mood for this. You are the belly button, and this film comes in and just humps you dry. And you're like, what can I do? I'm just a belly button.
I'm like, you're tearing me apart.
You're tearing me apart, Tommy Wiseau's penis.
It's not for me, this.
Yeah, I'm fed up with this world. I said the same thing in my letterbox. I appreciate that this man had a dream, and he achieved that dream. Mm-hmm. However, I gave it 1 star. It's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie. And no matter how many people, us included, can say, you know what, it's funny, we had a good laugh with it.
Yeah.
You need to face the facts. It is one of the worst films ever made.
It's trash is what it is.
Yeah.
I have a genuine question for you, though. Mm-hmm. If this film had a decent director behind it, do you think this script is salvageable?
No.
You think it's a complete write-off?
I think it'd need completely rewriting.
Okay. That's interesting.
I think you've got it's a very simple story of an affair. I mean, it's been done in loads of films.
Mm-hmm. And TV shows.
And TV shows, books, etc. It goes way, way back. The affair storyline has always been used. Mm-hmm. It just needed a complete rewrite because it's so poor. Characters could have been taken out. I said to you, this would have been a better short story.
A short film?
Yes, short film, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. But then where are you going to put the sex scene? If it's a short film, it would be a 10-minute sex scene and 5 minutes of dialogue.
It's just, it was crap.
It was crap.
Yeah, I think because this came out in 2003.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that there wasn't some director who did some sort of the softcore stuff, the kind of the thrillers that couldn't have done a bit of a better job with this.
I agree. It's weird to me that he's not done much more.
Other than that weird shark movie.
He's done a shark movie, yeah, but that was recently. That he took a gap. Mm-hmm. I think he sort of rode that wave of I made the room. Oh, hi everyone, I made the room.
Yeah.
He's rode that a little bit. I think they all have. I think they've all got the room just overshadowing the rest of whatever they do.
It seemed like the people from the Willy Wonka adventure experience.
Yeah.
That's their thing now, and they're going to ride that for as long as they can. And do you know what? Do it, guys.
Yeah, if it makes you money, absolutely.
You're not harming anyone. Off you go.
We do have some opinions, though. I did put it out.
Okay.
Tipsy Flicks. Oh, hi, Tipsy Flicks. It's legitimately the best fun you can have in the cinema.
Okay, I bet it is, actually.
I would argue I know for a fact he's been to a screening of this where I think people throw things at the screen.
I like that.
Yeah. Maybe the dog. Oh, hi, doggy.
Hi, doggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, you're going to have to sit down for this one. Mr. Matthews Mate. Oh, hi, Mr. Matthews Mate. This is a 5-part review. He said, The Room, a masterpiece and one of the most underappreciated films ever made. The story is amazing and will keep you enthralled the whole way through. With intensely suspenseful cliffhangers and a heart-stopping ending, anyone who's seen it knows its message is only a taste of the genius that makes The Room such a special movie. Truly one of the movies of all time. Watch it right now. One of the movies of all time. Not greatest movies.
I think he has a point. He understands.
I think everyone gets it.
Everyone gets it, and we all like to take the piss out of it.
Absolutely.
But you know what? It is a good time to all watch together and have a bit of a laugh, but don't just slap this on if you've got nothing to do. Slap on Space Jam, guys.
Yeah, this is not as good as Space Jam.
Yeah, slap that on instead.
You've given this a better rating than Space Jam, probably. You haven't seen Space Jam?
I have seen Space Jam.
Not all the way through.
I have, but I've seen it in different sections.
Okay, alright, okay. We'll get to Space Jam. We'll do it again.
We will.
I'm sure. Oh, hi, Jade. Thanks for talking to me about The Room. I'm sorry we did it.
Yeah, you should be.
Do you feel joy? No. Do you feel anything? Has your life been improved by watching The Room today?
I feel like so many of my brain cells have just died.
Oh, bye, brain cells.
Bye, brain cells. I'd already had them slowly disintegrate over the course of my very busy working day because I do a full shift.
Yeah, no, I do apologise for that.
And then to just put this on when you're trying to unwind.
You know what you were getting into when you joined this. You knew it wasn't going to be all sunshine and
Howard the Ducks.
And yeah, it's not. I'm sorry, we can't all be Howard the Ducks. You've got to watch A Room every now and then, and then you get to the Howard. You earn the Howard the Ducks.
You know what? I still enjoyed this more than Beau is Afraid, so that will always.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Beau.
Yeah, this is still not the worst film I've ever seen.
Would you rank it at the bottom of that list though, like towards the bottom?
You can't put it high, can you? Come on, let's be honest. It probably sits. For example, I always kind of look at films when I'm kind of scoring them as if I'd watch them again.
Mm.
I would still end up watching this again at some point.
I know you will.
Just have a bit of a laugh.
We're going to watch it tomorrow.
We're not watching it tomorrow.
That's what you think.
But for example, the Marvels film.
Oh, yeah. I would
Beau is Afraid.
Yeah.
I will never watch those films ever again.
This one you will.
This one I know we'll have to end up watching it again.
Yeah. We're going to do it every season.
It doesn't mean this film's better than them in the way that it's been made or the acting in it or anything like that. I'm not saying that, guys. I'm just saying that as far as kind of rewatchability goes, this is better.
This delivers.
Yeah, this is something that you could watch again. So again, I probably can't put it down towards the bottom. It's probably mid to bottom though.
Okay. That's fair. 5-star review though.
It's 5-star just for the dream.
Okay, I appreciate the dream. Oh, hi, dream.
Where does it sit for you?
Oh, this is absolute dog shit. I appreciate, again, I agree with you, it does have rewatchability, but I think it's a problem with, it's got this cult thing, the status now, and that cannot be denied. Once you have a cult status on a movie, it lives forever.
Yeah.
You got your Rocky Horrors, your things like that as well. I can't think of any more. But so bad they're good.
Yeah.
Maybe Cutthroat Islands or your Water Worlds.
Yeah.
This falls into that bracket. And therefore, this might probably get a Criterion Collection Blu-ray at some point.
A steelbook.
I'd buy it.
I know you would.
I know I would. But do I think it's a good movie? Even though I appreciate this man had a dream and he did it, no.
Would you watch this again over Madam Web?
Oh, Madam Web was just as bad though, wasn't it? That has rewatchability just because that's ridiculous.
What about the likes of Beau is Afraid?
I wouldn't watch Beau is Afraid again. Although I do like Nathan Lane and Richard Kind.
Just watch their scenes.
Oh, okay, I'll watch their scenes then. The first hour of Beau is Afraid was good.
Would you watch Hocus Pocus again?
Oh god, no. I would not. I don't understand why that has rewatchability, the same as this one.
Watch The Room every Halloween, guys.
Absolutely, it's scarier if anything. He puts the peanut in a belly button. So,
oh my god.
Thanks for listening, guys. We're on to a good film next week. Would you like to take a guess as to which one it is?
It's not Power Rangers, is it?
No, that's the week after.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You got a week off. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yay!
Curse of the Black Pearl. Army Hearty.
The 2 Ps. The pirates and then Power Rangers.
Oh, 2 Ps in a podcast.
Shut the fuck up. I need to sleep now.
2 Ps in a podcast. Did you hear what I said? 2
Right,
Ps
I'm going.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Okay, excellent. Bye, guys.
Bye.